Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. I want to talk to you about something that all of us that are live right now are probably going to have to deal with at some point. And I just had my first experience that I know of dealing with it, and that is AI. What do you guys feel about AI? I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I'm talking about things like self-driving cars. And that's kind of almost what my experience was with. Mine was at Walmart, and it was a self-driving cart, so to speak. It was about the size of a shopping cart. Of course, I got some pictures I'll cut in. I wish I had pictures of the incident though. This thing goes around, it kind of washes the floors. They have those like sealed concrete kind of floors. And I think this kind of goes along and it washes, and it has a little squeegee in the back, so it must wash and dry, but it's quiet. This thing actually gets pretty close to you. I was standing there and another couple saw how close it got. I'm like, whoa. I was surprised I actually got that close. It's substantial too. I've never seen it before. It's quite large. You could sit on it and like drive the thing, but they have two like yellow belts to where, you know, so nobody will jump up there, so it's kind of like blocking somebody from crawling up there and getting on the thing. And it is just put out, it's like a drone, like on Star Wars kind of a thing. And it's kind of like a Roomba, I guess. It's just doing its thing, but it doesn't like knock into people, of course. But it's pretty darn aggressive, to be honest with you. It just goes by itself. It was navigating around my cart. The funny thing is, I'm always on the side of computers. I think computers can handle a lot of stuff. They can kind of observe a lot of different things, and it does it all so quick that it seems like it's doing it all at once, you know. And it can keep its, quote, eye on a bunch of different things better than a human can be distracted easily or just tired. Or so I've always been in favor of computers and AI, and I've seen people recording videos of their Tesla full self-driving, and it's amazing how it handles that stuff. But I'll tell you, this thing was a little bit close to me, and it kind of freaked me out. And not like, oh my God, you know, but it was more of a funny thing. Once it goes by you quite closely, actually. And I guess if a guy would have maybe stepped further or stepped backwards, you know, there's just a million things. I thought it would have had even more of a perimeter, that it would wait until it is clear before it would advance, but it is pretty aggressive. I mean, I was somewhat shocked, and it's funny, it went by, it cut across me, and I looked, and it's like, you know, and another older couple were over there, and they saw it, and they looked at me, and I looked in, and I said, wow, that was kind of close. And they said, that surely was, you know. So it's like, I was just thinking, if you were like very unsteady, maybe with a cane or something, and you step, I don't know, it just seems like it could have a little bit more of a safety clearance. It just seemed like it was ready to go. If I was programming it, I don't think I would have it moving if people were as close as they were to it when it was moving. And I think I would have a larger buffer, or else it just sits and waits, you know. I mean, it shouldn't be in a hurry, obviously, and I'm sure, you know, their engineers, whoever made this thing, are considering safety first, but, you know, there's always a degree as to how say if you want something to be, it's kind of like, I heard Tesla got in a little bit of trouble because in their full self-driving update, they had an option where drivers could like put it in more aggressive mode, which allowed, one of the choices was rolling stops at a stop sign. And I guess the lawmakers got a hold of it and they really went after them, because you're basically programming it to break the law. It would go through, like I say, it's coming up to a four-way stop, and it uses its radar, what are sensors and all, and it determines there's no cars waiting left, right, or ahead of it, facing it. So it would, if it was going less than 4 miles an hour, just go right through the intersection. You know, like many drivers do, right? Most humans, like, how many times do you roll up and you notice there's no cars, so you kind of just let it roll on and then feather on the gas as you're halfway through the intersection, a rolling stop, which, you know, if you have an aggressive cop, they can definitely pull you over for a rolling stop. But so that was one of the features that was in their software, in their release, that, you know, it makes it kind of more human. But is that necessarily, the lawmakers were saying that isn't necessarily the kind of human behavior you want. It is like human behavior breaking the law type of thing. So it's interesting. So I wonder how many times we are encountering AI, like maybe a self-driving Tesla, or in the future more self-driving trucks. I wonder how often we are encountering that and we don't even realize it. This was obvious, there was no human on the machine, but it was really the first time I'd actually seen it, or if I'd seen it before I hadn't paid attention. But it was pretty cool, but it was also, you know, a little intimidating just because of how close, and it seemed a little bit pushier than I would have. I think I would have been more conservative on having it wait. But let me know if you guys have had any experience with AI. Are you in favor of artificial intelligence? Are you against it? Do you think humans will always be able to do a better job than robots? Do you think computers can make better judgments quicker than humans? I mean, think about, a lot of times the computers are landing the airplanes now, especially, you know, in bad weather where pilots can't see exactly what's going on. It's an interesting time to be alive, I gotta say that much. So as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking up on the old guy, and until next time, you know, we'll see yous.